You have to know your enemy, Alfred. I'd never use one, but even I can appreciate the attraction of a gun. The heft, the sleekness, the cool steel, the precision, and the power. The power to change lives, history. The power of God.
Well, Trump 2024, baby.
Yeah, I think they just gave him the election.
I think he already had it, but they've just cemented it. You know, after everything that's been happening to Trump in the last forever, I think it's just been cemented. I know I'm just some stupid Aussie coming in talking about your American politics, but I tell you what, this affects the entire fucking world.
More than being elected, this has handed him a mandate, the likes of which we haven't seen since the founding fucking fathers.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, I mean, I think he's going to get a landslide like Reagan got. I mean, there's no way around it. Yeah, Biden. The only other thing that could have led to that type of result is Biden's brain literally having another meltdown on camera.
Look, all I want to say is I condemn the assassination. I'm so pissed that he missed.
No, he's got to get his facts. He's got to get all the facts first before he can say whether or not it was an assassination attempt or not.
Yeah, this is what's wild. The coverage on this has been insane. And I'm going to tell you, if you didn't hate mainstream journalists before this stream, get ready because you're going to hate them even more now. This shit is wild. They're like, oh, loud noises and Trump fell or something like that. There's people out there saying it's a hoax. All kinds of wild shit, man. This is insane.
Oh, yeah. There were article headlines claiming that Trump had been startled off stage by a loud noise, which is technically correct, kind of, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Multiple loud noises.
The one that I couldn't believe was the one from CNN saying he fell. Like, he
fell and then he bled.
He just fell.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that time I wouldn't go outside because the dog was barking too loud. It scared the fish out of me.
We saw this. We saw this during terrorist events.
Made me feel better. I got to sniff a child.
A truck ran into some people. Like the truck has agency. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know if this is true or not, but I just sent you a tweet about, I guess, a brief that some reporters were given as soon as the incident broke.
Let's take a look at this.
Like not to refer to it as a shooting and everything.
Yep.
Of course, because they know that this is, I mean, they just made it, that shooter turned him into a fucking martyr. And I can tell you what, this will help seal up the black vote big time, which was already, seeing him almost get fucking assassinated, dude. So what is this?
This is the same media that called January 6th an insurrection.
Is this real?
That.
I have no idea if it's real. It's circulating.
So
let's just go with it as a maybe.
It lines up with exactly the way they've been reporting it, though.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's true.
I mean, how quick would they have to get that out? Maybe that was one news agency. It could have just been one of them.
Well, we do know they weren't calling it an assassination attempt.
Mm-hmm.
They were doing everything they could not to. It's pure evil.
Don't say a shooting targeting Trump or the rally unless authorities confirm that connection. Are you fucking kidding? Who else would they have been shooting at?
And he's got a bloody ear. Are you serious? And people died. Like,
there was a possible hunting accident today.
Clarify if it's actual gunshots. What the fuck do you think it was? A bow and arrow?
Maybe it was poppers. Maybe it was fireworks. We don't know.
I saw Cenk Uygur from the Young Turks actually go like, I think it was a BB gun.
Yeah. A lot of people tried saying that at first.
Oh my god, I was going to make that joke, but I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was funny enough.
It was Leslie Headland's space witches with their bows and arrows.
Let's say that this is speculation, because we don't know for sure if this is.
We have no idea.
Yeah, but I mean, this does seem like, because this is how they were acting.
Mm-hmm.
This is how they were acting. So they were real quick. Like, there's pictures. Let me pull those up of some of those headlines where they're like, yeah, Trump took a stumble and like he's Biden. He stumbled. Like he's fucking Biden.
These were the same guys that were trying to get people to believe that those videos of Biden freezing up 2 weeks ago were fucking AI or manipulated. And
Yep.
Yep. What they call them? They didn't call them deep fakes. They call them cheap fakes.
Cheap fakes.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
don't even know how to talk properly.
I've got so much shit bookmarked for tonight.
Oh no,
I'm
Rhino,
so
that was on
sorry.
purpose. So
Here
that
we
way
go.
anybody they can't say they actually said it was a deep fake.
Right.
I just got to be
But then she
careful
did-
with scrolling through Twitter because sadly I can't show you guys there's a picture of the guy dead. I honestly wish they wouldn't have killed him because now we'll never get any information out of him.
Well,
Well-
so that's also an interesting thing. So I don't know what the protocol is necessarily, but I thought they were supposed to apprehend.
No.
Well,
no.
here's the problem.
No
I
one
saw
there's a
the-
threat
there-
to the president. It's shoot to kill.
Okay,
There's
it
a
is-
video of the sniper while Trump is talking. The sniper never changes his aim. The shot is taken on Trump, and then the sniper fires a shot at the shooter. He had the shooter in his sights prior to him taking the shot at Trump.
Oh, there's so much about it though.
Yeah.
It wasn't even
Well,
that far
that is
away. The
But he
line
speculation.
shot-
shifted. He also shifted position to the left.
Mhm.
If he
People are saying that-
changed his head just in time because if it missed him by like an inch. If he hadn't turned his head when that happened, he'd be dead right now.
Yeah.
It went through his brain.
Oh
Yeah.
no,
This is
this
fucking
just in.
wild.
counter sniper.
What a fucking that's like a miracle. Like a
Well,
blessing
this
from
just
God.
in though from the Babylon Bee, Trump has now been indicted for inciting an assassination attempt.
Now, look, here's some of those fucking check this out. So these are press headlines when this was going down. 5:23 p.m. Breaking. Donald Trump has been escorted off the stage by Secret Service during a rally after loud noises ring out in the crowd. There's another one. A Secret Service rushes Trump off
Popping
stage
noises.
after popping noises.
Like
heard
someone
at
made
his
popcorn too
Pennsylvania
loud.
rally. Yeah, for real.
If this was
Trump
Biden,
removed from stage by Secret Service after loud noises startles
I love
former
this one.
president crowd.
It was a startle event.
How do they have the photos of his ear bleeding when they're not going to call it anything?
I know.
You have the photos of him after being shot, and you're using them in the articles, but you will not say he was shot.
Flash.
This is literally-
I just put a picture of the apparent shooter in the chat before he was killed.
Yeah, I saw Quartering was showing that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
looks like a complete soy boy.
I sent him a link if he want. I sent a lot of people links if they wanted to come on tonight. So I don't know if maybe people will pop on. I don't know. No promises, but
Yeah, this literally though solidifies the death of mainstream media. The fact that none of them want to call it an assassination attempt, where every fucking normie across the country can see that it was
100%.
that it was an assassination attempt. Like this kills mainstream media. This kills
But then-
Dems.
but then
They
they
kill-
wonder why. They wonder why no one
Yeah.
trusts him anymore. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like this is
You
why
say
nobody
that-
fucking trusts you.
You say that, Savvy, but last night was my niece's 21st birthday.
Mm-hmm.
We had a 70s night, and that's why I've actually got this, because I was just wearing this all night. My
Mm-hmm.
auntie comes up to me and she points to it and she goes, "Are you serious?" And I'm like, "What? You want the guy that introduced Zelensky as Putin to like run the free world? Like all of this stuff?" I just started saying to her, like,
Hey, you can't
despite the
prove
fact
that.
that it destroys the mainstream media and their narratives, people will still watch and still like agree
So-
with what they're saying.
Under normal
a lot.
circumstances, if this was not an assassination attempt against a former sitting president, I would absolutely agree with you. But I think people underestimate the average individual. Like this doesn't necessarily sway them to Trump. That's not what I'm saying. But it makes them go, "What the fuck is wrong with the media?"
Yeah.
So that's where that point is.
Yeah,
But
So
I
for the
agree with you,
chat,
Savvy.
real
I
quick,
don't know. if it's going to
this
sway
this
people.
is the alleged shooter. Now I don't know if this is true.
Yeah.
People are sharing it out. This one's from the Quartering. This is a before picture of the young non-binary. I don't know what's going on here, but
young Quentin Tarantino.
yeah, leftist incel maybe. I'm not sure.
yeah,
Definitely,
we have
probably,
no idea.
yeah, probably some kind of Antifa or
What
radical.
is the symbolism on the shirt, though?
It's
That
a
looks-
gun. It's a gun YouTuber channel, I think.
That's what people are saying. There's a manifesto on YouTube somewhere. And I would hope, if that's true, people capture that and put it on Kiwi Farms or something, because that shit's going to come down and buried real quick. Every time.
I'm
Like,
gonna-
remember there was
especially
a
if this
shooting
guy's
recently?
bi or non-binary.
Yeah. Watch if this person is non-binary.
Or a former woman. That would be even more insane.
It's a demolition ranch
in a private
t-shirt.
chat where people are hoping that it's a white straight male, a cis
Yeah,
white
we
straight
saw
male.
that.
What's wrong with the world?
Oh yeah, I got those tweets pulled up. Thank God it was a white cis male, or we would never hear the
How do
end
we
of
know
it.
it's a cis male?
It's true. Like it could be a non-binary.
They're assuming their gender.
Yeah, here it is. Pray to God that shooter was a cis white man, or we are never going to hear the end of it. The person who shot him isn't a straight white guy. We are so fucked.
You're already fucked, you retards.
We don't even know for sure though if that one picture is the actual.
Yeah, we don't
shooter,
know.
though, so we should be clear on
But
that.
disclaimer on that. We don't know if that's really the shooter, but it kind of does look like the face that's got bullet skid marks on it.
There's been 2 or 3 other people though that have been somewhat like I don't know. We don't know.
We don't
sure
know.
yet.
No, I understand.
We don't know. We're just talking about everything. Things can change tomorrow. With
this
more
is all
Right. I
breaking.
just wanted to be clear for the YouTube monsters and
this is all breaking news.
But everyone's talking about everything, and everything's on the table. And but yeah, we should be careful and say that hey, nobody knows yet. This is all breaking.
I'd also like to point out that we do have some breaking news on what or how many people got injured, and we will watch the video because I want to go over that. But the mainstream news is reporting that Trump shot an ear in apparent assassination attempt at rally. 1 attendee dead, 2 seriously injured. Because there were 5 shots that went out, right? Was it 5?
Well, is it 5 from the actual? Is it 5 from the shooter, or is that the response? Are there response shots in that as well? I think it's.
Yeah, I'm not 100%. That's a good question, Ryan.
Only like 2, 3, or 4 maybe from the main.
There is
shooter,
video of a sniper supposedly getting the
crawling up, and that's really crazy because apparently the snipers had like their sights on him.
And they let a shot get off.
Do anything.
Yeah.
There is someone who says to a reporter that they had reported the shooter. They saw him climbing up the building, and Secret Service didn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
There was a guy that reported it to the police. Did you see that video?
He was across the street. He wasn't at the rally. He was talking to a reporter and saying that he and his friends could hear the rally, but they were just having a barbecue or whatever, and they were listening. And then they saw the guy climb the ladder, and they waved to the police and they waved to the Secret Service. And I don't know if they actually spoke to them. They said they were pointing and gesturing at the roof, and the police and the Secret Service were just kind of staring at him. And then the reporter asked him, well, could they see the guy on the roof? And he said, well, no, because he was already past the lip of the roof, so he didn't think that they could see him. But they didn't go up and ask him or as far as I know.
But I don't believe that either, because when you see that video, there's another video out there, and you can clearly see like a guy laying on the roof.
Yeah,
well, yeah, but I'm saying that the guy who said that he reported it to the Secret Service also said that from their angle, he didn't think that they could see him.
Right.
That they were just looking at him pointing, and his friends pointing and gesticulating in that direction. And it's unclear if they spoke or not.
I just can't believe some of the videos I'm seeing. There's all these lefties out there going, "Oh, you had your shot and you missed. I can't believe you missed." It's
listen. So there's a couple. There was a couple things pointed out in the chat. Multiple people in the chat were saying 7 to 8 shots and 2 from the sniper, the Secret Service sniper.
Okay.
Though I don't think it was. I'm not sure if the sniper was Secret Service though.
I would have thought there would have been more injuries then, if
it's
that many shots came off from the main shooter.
What most likely happened is his finger tightened after being shot, because that's actually kind of common.
Right.
Because you don't necessarily die right away. Like there's still some form of function. So if his hand tightened and his finger tightened on the trigger, then they were just random shots that went off probably up into the air.
Okay.
Well, he claims as he died that he never touched the trigger. We've
got breaking news on
that was funny.
Well, hold on. We got breaking news on who that was that got shot other than Trump. Apparently this was Representative Ronnie Jackson's son.
Yeah.
Hold on, pull this up.
Oh crap.
Now, is this the one of the individuals who was killed? Is this the individual
Yeah.
who was killed, or just one of the people who was injured?
Or shot. So not
Yeah, I was gonna
dead,
say
but
there was
shot.
like, yeah,
Two
Well,
people shot, one's dead.
One was a woman and one was a man, and the man is the one who was shot in the head.
Yeah.
Let's listen to this.
Yes, Sean. So my nephew was at the event tonight, and they were in the friends and family pen, and they heard the shots, and everybody dropped to the ground. And I don't know if you guys have the picture or not, but he was grazed in the neck. A bullet crossed his neck, cut his neck, and he was bleeding.
This is your
he got up.
Congressman, this is your nephew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my nephew. They were there. I'd set them up. They went to the rally. They were in the friends and family pen, which was just to the president's right, down a little bit lower.
Right behind him, yeah.
On the left on the screen, but to the president's right, in the line of fire. And they heard shots coming in. Apparently, there was someone also that were 4 or 5 rows behind them that was critically injured. Whenever he was shot, they realized that a bullet had grazed his neck. My sister-in-law had encouraged him to go to the first aid tent, to the triage tent. They went to the triage tent, and when they got to the triage tent, while they were there was another member of the crowd, unfortunately, that was in the triage tent that was on a gurney in the tent that had a devastating wound, had a critical wound to the head that was dead.
Brain matter.
Yes,
There's
Sean-
actually I'm going to pull him up now.
Yeah, the brain
There's
matter guy.
an ER doctor that was in there, and
Trying to save
he
someone.
tried to save him and was talking about there was brain matter all over the place. Let me get that. I'll pull that one up next.
Man,
I did share the link for that interview too. By the way, I don't know if you saw
I
that.
know I'm just a dumb Australian, but to all the Americans, fucking vote. Like, you need to go and do this.
Yeah, every
Someone-
American.
I don't know what more to say.
Someone in the chat was saying that multiple websites that sell ammo crashed.
No
Take
shit.
that for however you want.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I got all kinds of shit. Hold on.
That image has already been put into legend status too. That one that you brought up earlier. Like that'll be solidified into infamy for the rest of time.
Yep, that's one for the history books.
Did it get deleted?
What are you looking for?
The ER doctor.
Oh, hang on.
I saw it not that long ago. It should still be up, I would have thought.
I've got it.
Yeah. I mean, that's no
Got
joke.
it.
There you go. I posted it in private chat.
Got it. Yep, that's him. Okay. That's why I couldn't find it, because it's got that lady that speaks before him. Yeah, let's watch this, because this is pretty telling. Yeah, so this is an emergency room doctor who is there, and he talks about that person.
Honor, that's exactly where I heard him come from.
What did you see, sir?
I heard the shots. I thought it was firecrackers to begin with. Somebody over there was screaming, he's been shot, he's been shot. So I made my way over. I said, I'm an emergency department physician. Let me help you. The guy had spun around, was jammed between the benches. He had a headshot here. There was lots of blood, and he had brain matter there. And so I got him. There's a helicopter coming in to get him. I got people there really helpful. I got
Was
them
there only
up
one
on a
person
bench.
shot that you saw?
Then I did CPR, did chest compressions as well as I breathed for him.
One person.
There is no
I was the
bringing.
only one who did it.
need to evacuate everybody. Honor,
No, I actually had something like that happen outside my house as a kid growing up in the Philippines. There was some sort of gang violence, and a guy was shot in the head in my driveway. Yeah, there's no coming back from that.
No, not with a wound like that.
You can see how distraught that guy was too. Like,
Fuck yeah. I mean, you're just sitting there seeing that, and that happens. That's devastating. There's people
Yeah.
scarred for life because of this shit. And this is all on the left. These leftist fucking politicians, all these mainstream media sites that are far left calling for violence basically all the time by saying that Trump people are going to kill you, and that all these people are the biggest
this
threat to
pisses
America.
me off so much. It's and I've been angry about this before. All these like death threat jokes, right, against you guys,
they're not
against
even
me,
jokes.
and they're all like, "Oh, it's just a joke, bro," and
Yeah.
the bounties and the bullshit. They just ratchet it up, and I kept saying these jokes lead somewhere, and here we are.
Have you seen all the montages and everything coming out of Nancy Pelosi and all these mainstream medias like calling him, the German guy and
It's like shit like this. Look at this.
That they called for this.
Why are we the only ones
They're the ones
not
that should be
making
incited
jokes?
for
Well,
violence.
I mean, if you look at the direction they went with Trump, right? They impeached him. They tried to make him go broke by taking all his money in New York. Then they tried to put him in prison. None of that worked. And they still keep calling him a dictator, Hitler. He's going to take away all your rights. What is your next solution if you really think he's Hitler?
Yeah.
And the other part of this
literally
too?
3 days ago, a good friend of mine was saying, "Well, what do you think of this Trump stuff? What do you think they're going to do next to him?" I said, "I think they're going to off him." And he laughed and said, "Come on," and here we are. It's crazy, and it's directly driven by this carefree, violent rhetoric of the left. And notice we're always the ones saying, "Hey, don't go harass that person," or "Hey, we don't want to see any violence." And they're always making the death threat jokes. They're never denouncing the harassment ever.
Jokes like this. Here's a joke. This is why I don't like these fucking crazy fucking Eric July haters. Look what they're doing. Breaking shooter at Trump rally identified as event security as trans activist Eric July.
Oh my
People are
gosh.
fucking stupid, dude.
Yeah.
I just fucking can't.
The other thing too that makes it all so bloody disingenuous whenever they do speak, like Biden saying, "Oh, this isn't good." If you've been calling him a threat to democracy, if you've been calling him literally the German guy, if you've been saying all this terrible rhetoric for him, why are you wishing him well? One of these things doesn't add up. So either your sympathy is fucking fake, or he's not a threat to democracy. You piece of shit.
Dude,
It
three
is.
days ago, he was
Precisely
calling him a
that.
fucking rapist at all of his rallies and shit. So it's just weird. Who would praise a rapist?
But the threat to
and say that he doesn't
democracy
want them to
thing in
die?
particular is very telling, because if you actually believe that he is a threat to democracy, then yes, any action you take against him is justified. But then they go, "Oh, you shouldn't do that." Well, again, like you say, they are lying. They know they are lying, and they are lying on one out of these 2 points.
Here's that picture. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild, dude.
That's Matrix right there.
That's real. If that hasn't been photoshopped at all or anything.
I
like
don't
that,
know.
that's-
Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers shared it. And I've seen a couple people sharing this.
I've seen it floating around.
So I mean, a good camera recording it, you could definitely zoom in at the right moment and see that shooting.
It would be one hell of a lucky shot that they just happened to get that, because they're definitely shooting at a high rate, but
Yes and no. I mean, I've heard a bunch of leftists come out and say, "Oh, that picture with the flag was so perfect, it was staged." Listen, no photographer could capture that. When news reporters go out there, they're going out and they're shooting motor drives, right? They're basically the camera's just whirring away, and then they pick the best picture out of like 300 that comes out.
Oh, look at this,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
And the post is obviously deleted. Like what? Like
I don't know who this guy is, but it was captured. Keemstar shared it. Adam Shub.
Everybody needs to be on the list. Everybody that did this.
Everybody.
Absolutely. Everybody in the
Screenshot
chat.
everything.
You see someone do this shit? Screenshot that motherfucker.
Everybody just outed themselves as being mask off, violent, the true threats to democracy. They all need to be on the list. I'm sorry. It's time.
Every politician, there's the one guy from Colorado who deleted his Twitter account. Every single one of them needs to have that thrown back into their face. Anytime they're in public, just shove their tweets in their damn face. This is fucked up.
Well, the other thing too, like I was watching another guy that was talking, like that was a witness who was there, and he was talking to some reporter from, I can't remember which news station it was, but like asking like, "Oh, what did you see? What did you hear?" Man, if I was there, I'd be telling them to get fucked. Like, you want my story after you're inciting this bullshit on your programming? And you now want my statement in regards to what I saw. What I saw was you guys inciting violence towards the 45th president of the United States for the last 8 years, however long, and you finally got what you wanted. The unfortunate thing for you guys is you didn't succeed. That's what I'd be saying to these reporters that are asking for my statement. Go fuck yourselves. It makes me sick.
Some of this shit is wild, dude. Look at here's Umbrella Guy. I wish he would come on here, but this is the reaction from some of these people right now. Last thing we needed was sympathy for the devil.
That's who I was talking about. And then he's got another tweet. If you click into Umbrella's tweet, I posted the bigger screenshot because I had captured it myself because I didn't think that tweet was real. I was like, there's no freaking way a sitting politician in power right now said something like this. But he also said, he basically said, oh, they're going to use this to be violent themselves.
Yeah, I've seen a few people saying that. I'm like,
Did you guys see the video Alex Jones posted?
Yeah.
Let me pull that up. Oh, this is good. Check. At least we're getting some good memes out of this.
Memes out of it, yeah. So good. Don't touch me, motherfucker.
I got another one for you, Flash.
You seen The Matrix? He's doing the Matrix thing.
Yeah.
Where he goes back.
Here's this video from Alex Jones. Let's give this a watch.
Listen to me very carefully. I have told you for months on air they're going to try to kill Trump. And when they try to kill Trump, they're going to go after everybody else that is his top supporters. And they also will try to kill Biden and blame it on a Trump supporter. That's coming next. Make no mistake, the same deep state that's behind Biden, that's trying to make him step down, was behind this today. They're now reporting it was an Antifa shooter who's now been killed. How convenient is that the supposed shooter has been killed?
I do wish they could have taken him alive.
Mm-hmm.
But when there's that much of
not
a
gonna
man, he
happen.
had a headshot. He had a headshot.
Yeah, but he had the guy lined up before he even started shooting.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably the sniper trying to figure out what the hell is happening. Asking permission. Hey, I think I've got a guy here. I think he's got a gun.
You ask for permission, though. Your whole point is to get that fast. The guy's sitting there with a gun. He's sitting there with a long gun, I would assume. I don't know if they've shown any of that, but he would have to reach him. And I'll pull up those after this video. I'll pull up the picture. You can see where he's at, and he would have had to have some kind of a longer rifle to shoot, something where he can shoot at distance. You think you would see that. It's not like a little pistol you conceal. Those are
Weren't a bunch of people saying that
yeah, they saw him crawling up there. Somebody tried to contact the law enforcement agencies and let them know that was happening, and they didn't do anything.
I was surprised by how it sounded. Like it sounded like like a 22. I wonder if it was suppressed.
Yeah, it did sound. That's what I was thinking too. It sounded like fucking 22.
Gentlemen, our republic is in maximum danger right now. I'm about to go live at Infowars.com/show, banned out video, and right here on X. There has been an attempted assassination. The real president of the United States has been shot, and by God's good graces has survived. The bullet only grazed him over the ear and the side of his head. But ladies and gentlemen, the deep state is desperate. They are in trouble. They're going to try to expand wars. They can do power outages. They can do cyber attacks. We're in such a dangerous position. And I've noticed with all the viral videos out there, it's like, oh, he took a bullet for America. He's going to get reelected now. Ladies and gentlemen, the deep state did this. Make no mistake. And that lets you know they're going for broke. Do you fucking understand what I'm telling you? Take this deadly serious, just like war with Russia. They are going to try to kill Trump again. Now that they didn't kill him once, they are completely desperate. And I'm going to tell you again, Biden won't step down. The deep state will probably kill him or try to kill him in the next few days and blame it on a Trump supporter. And we may see massive terror attacks in America that are blamed on Trump supporters. They've been pre-programming it. They've been preparing. I've been telling you, imminent assassination attempt on Trump every damn day. Because that's what a dying, corrupt establishment does when their back is against the wall. We're living in a historical moment right now. We need Americans, people around the world, to pray for President Trump and pray for America, but also politically get out there on X and everywhere else that has some free speech and get the point out that this attempted assassination that actually wounded the president, took a bullet for America, lies at the feet of the deep state and the corporate media that said, kill him, destroy him, he deserves to die, he's a fascist, he's a
That's
Nazi.
100%
It lays at their feet. Instead, I see conservatives celebrating, hey, he'll win for sure now. It means the globalists are going to go for a broke. It means they know their time is up. So I'm glad Trump survived. I am so happy. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus. But ladies and gentlemen, do you think this happened by accident? No. And do you think the system's going to back down now? No. Power outages, cyber attacks, expanded war, China invading Taiwan, stock market crash. It's all on the table, and the deep state's behind it. I'll be covering it live, coming up on X at Real Alex Jones in the next 10 minutes. Join me.
If Trump does win, I do believe they're going to crash the stock market.
I don't agree with that. I think we're headed for something more dangerous. I think we're headed for look. There is some kind of deep state, right? Like, I'm not a big deep state believer, but it's obvious Joe Biden's not running the country and somebody else is. So there's something else there that's not elected running the country. And I don't know.
I don't understand why it's so controversial. There are papers that talk about how we are not a democracy. We are an oligarchy.
Yeah.
We are an oligarchy. 100% the rich run the world.
It's not the president.
That's not a fucking secret.
But
you don't understand that the rich and the elite run the world. I don't know what to fucking tell you.
Yeah, it's the asset managers and things like that. I mean, so
I don't even think it's so much that. I mean, the person who's probably in charge of the Biden administration, like actually in charge of it, is more than likely Joe Biden. I do think there are other people. I know there are other people involved there, but that bitch is the only reason why he is still in office.
Well, so yes, there is a part of that maybe because there are rumors that there's now rifts between, obviously all the Democrats and then who's keeping access away from Biden and then convincing him to stay in power. But that doesn't really, that's just a small glimpse into things. So if we, empires fall every 150 to 200 years. America is unfortunately due for a massive revolution. And if we look at what's happening globally about the way that people are trying to vote to take back control of their countries, look what happened to France.
This is from 2014, real quick. This is what I was talking about. This is from 2014. Yeah. This was I don't know, we needed to study. They were making fun of this. We needed to study for this. From Princeton University, America is not a democracy. And this was 2 years before Trump was even thinking about doing anything.
Well, look what the DNC is doing. They're withholding donations to attempt to force Biden to step down. That tells you everything you need to know. And the only reason why we know that now is because we're in the age of information. All of this is so easy to find. And because all of us and many others have moved to a digital life, we have access to this really easily and we can talk about it. But there's still a lot of people who don't realize it.
That's the difference between then and now. This has always been this way for decades.
Yeah.
And the only difference now is that this information can come to light because of the internet. And I think it's more complex than any sort of like one entity. I think you have a lot of institutions that have very long histories and that they are very used to controlling things, and that, not even Joe Biden or Biden himself is really a part of this. I think that they're looking at the forces moving against them right now, and it's these institutional powers that have been around for a long time. And I don't think they sit around in a conference room or anything, but I think that they all share certain aims of profitability, corruption, things like this, and that this is the mechanism that persists, that rewards everyone who shares the lie going forward. But that lie was revealed when Biden did the debate, and it was obvious we have no one running the country.